All right, everyone. How is everyone doing for the day, which is today's Friday, right? How many of you are excited for today's second live streaming session? Come on, I need to know answers. I need to know how is everyone doing. I want to know everyone's responses. How is everyone? I hope everyone is having a great afternoon. Yes, today is Friday. Today is the 20th of December, and with Friday, the market will be coming to a close in the next couple of hours, right? So by 3:30, approximately around 4 p.m., the Indian stock market will be done for the day. Until that time, we are going to be making sure sorry, that we would be providing you with our analysis and our recommendations as well. So let us start quickly by asking everyone, how is everyone? Let me know which city you belong to, how much of experience you have in trading, and how is it going for you in the financial markets. All right, till the time we are getting the comments in the chat box, let me start the session by giving a quick introduction about myself. I am Harsh. I have 8 years of trading experience in the financial markets. I have been trading the forex markets, the commodity markets like oil, silver, gold, as well as the US based indices like the Dow Jones 30, the Nasdaq 100, and the S&P 500. I am more of a technical trader where I specialize in technical analysis, right? There are various concepts when it comes to technical analysis, but I focus on supply and demand, price action, order flow analysis, swing analysis, wave analysis, and Fibonacci retracement analysis, right? I have been blessed to be trained and to be mentored by some of the brightest minds when it comes to the financial markets. So, under the guidance of my mentors who had worked as floor traders on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, under their guidance, I am blessed to receive a lot of valuable experience. I've also been successful in handling $25 million worth of portfolio. And on top of that, I've also been successful in generating 30 to 35% of profits on an annual basis. Now, why am I sharing all this information with you? I am sharing all this information with you so that you can be rest assured that the information that I am providing to our community members is being provided by someone who has the experience, the knowledge, and the expertise when it comes to the financial markets. So let me ask everyone, what are your expectations for these live streaming sessions? I would love to have your interactions and your queries or any questions. If you have any, please make sure to write down in the comment box, because your interaction will help me make the sessions much more wonderful, much more interactive, and much more value based, right? So here we at Dolphin Markets, I, Harsh, would be making sure to provide you with high value content, correct? So high value content in terms of analysis. We would be analyzing the Indian share market, whereby we would be looking at the Indian indices such as Nifty and Sensex, as well as looking for trading recommendations on the individual Indian stocks. Secondly, I would be providing you with hot stock recommendations. How many of you attending this live streaming session are aware of what is a hot stock recommendation? So a hot stock recommendation is a strategy that has been provided by us to our community members so that they can make money. And I also provide you with trading education, right? So this is the overall objective of us conducting the live streaming sessions. We provide you with 3 live streaming sessions every weekday, right? All the way from Monday till Friday, right? So every day we are providing you with 3 live streaming sessions, where the first 2 live streaming sessions will be focused on the Indian share market, as and how the market is open and running. We will analyze the market, and we will, if I come across a hot stock recommendation, I will be providing it to you. And in the third live streaming session is where we will be shifting our focus from the Indian share market to more about education, whether it is psychology, whether it is technical analysis, whether it is risk management. So there is a lot of value that I would be making sure to provide with you. How many of you are excited for today's second live streaming session? Make sure you write down in the comment box so that we can have more interaction and I can understand my beautiful community members who are willing to learn and earn at the same time. So coming back to the question in terms of whether it is possible to make money, how many of you think yes, it is possible to make money in the financial markets? And if yes, write down either one or write yes in the chat box. And if you think that maybe the market is very tough to make profits in the market, you can write down that as well. I want to know my viewers. All right. Okay, so we are getting comments where people are telling yes, Harsh, we are aware that we can be making money in the financial markets, but we personally are not being able to make because of whether we don't have the right methods, whether we don't have the right mentor, whether we do not have the right tools. So I get it. Everyone has this query, and everyone is attending this live streaming session with the main objective of how can we make money in the markets, correct? How can we make money in the financial markets? How many of you agree with me? If yes, write down yes in the chat box. That is correct. So everyone is here with the aim of making money, and that is exactly what Harsh will be providing to you. So over the span of the last 3 months, we have been consistently providing you with hot stock recommendations, right? Money making opportunities. And these money making strategies have been proven time and time again, week after week, month after month, day after day, week after week, month after month, right? So all the way from 18th of September, we have been diligently and consistently providing you with hot stock recommendations. And over the span of the last 3 months, we have been provided you with 38 trades that have achieved a cumulative profitability of a whooping 237, right? How many of you would love to make these kind of massive profits when it comes to the Indian share market? How many of you want to make these profits? Write down in the chat box. Say yes, Harsh. We would definitely want to make such profits. People are saying yes, Harsh, we want to make these kind of profits, and that is why it is very important for you to attend all my live streaming sessions. Is that clear? All right. So when a hot stock is observed and analyzed by me, and I will make sure to provide it to you at the earliest. So I will be providing you with the name of the stock, the entry price, the 5% target, and also additional targets if required, but most importantly, the position size. So we are providing you a structured format in terms of replicating the trade opportunities that we are providing to you. All you have to do is copy paste and duplicate the parameters of entry, 5% profit target, and position size, right? Calculate the share price, calculate the position size, and take the trade on your account, because we have been showcasing it on a real time basis that yes, first and foremost, it is possible to make money in the markets, and second but most importantly, it is possible to make money consistently. All right, how many of you are willing with me? How many of you understand? How many of you understand the power and the value that Harsh is providing to you? So now for those people who want to achieve such profits, right? I'm sure everyone has been answering yes, Harsh, these kind of profits are commendable, right? We are been making such phenomenal profits over the month, right? In the month of December, the current month that is running, we have been able to generate a cumulative profitability of 41%, right? How wonderful is that? How many of you have been able to make such kind of profits by yourself on a consistent basis? If yes, write down in the chat box, and if no, let me know that as well. All right. People are saying, yes, Harsh, we have made these kind of profits, but maybe only in, based on 1 year. In an entire year, we might be making these kind of returns. But here at Dolphin Markets, we are making these kind of returns on a monthly basis with today's live stream title that you can see for yourself. The title is mentioning our hot stock recommendations have achieved a 10%, right? 10% profitability this week itself. So just based on the hot stock recommendations that we had provided, two trades have been closed at a cumulative profitability of 10%, right? So two trades were taken. Each trade we had mentioned where to enter, and as and how the prices started approaching our take profit targets, we have closed them as well just for this week. So today's title of the live streaming session is mentioning that we have already accumulated a total net profit of 10% in this week itself. How many of you would want to make these kind of profits, right? Weekly profits of 10%. I'm sure many of you would only be imagining to get such kind of returns, maybe instantly. It is possible, and we are here to showcase that it is possible provided you follow us, right? Another important piece of information for all of you is that since the value of a content is top notch, right? We are providing you with very high value content. Because we are entering the Indian share market, we are keeping the doors open for anyone and everyone who wants to see the power that we can provide to them, right? In terms of making money in the Indian share market. But please be reminded that this service will be available only for this month. Next month, moving forward, we would be shifting to our private live streaming sessions where we would be focusing on our VIP customers. Anyone in the chat house who knows what is a VIP customer? That is correct. So VIP customers are very important customers for us. Our VIP customers are going to be those who are willing to be a part of Dolphin Market, who are willing to take action, and who want to make profits in the financial markets consistently. How many of you want to make money and profits in the financial markets consistently? Reply to me in the comment box. All right. If yes, write down and say, yes, Harsh, we want to make money consistently. So, how can you make money in the financial markets? You can be making money by two simple steps, right? The first step is making sure that you are attending all my live streaming sessions. And secondly, making sure that you are taking the trades. The moment I share a hot stock recommendation, I want you to replicate the trade on your platforms. So make sure your trading account is open, it is active and alive, because we at Dolphin Markets are not affiliated with any Indian share brokerage service provider, right? We are only providing you with recommendations, and we have been diligently and consistently providing you with all the necessary actions that are needed to make you a good amount of money. Does that sound good? So make sure to attend all the live streaming sessions and make sure to take the trades. I want people to take action. You can think about making money, but thinking about making money is not enough. You have to take action, right? Only if you take action in terms of taking trades can you be making money. Does that sound good? All right. So I hope everyone is paying attention. Make sure the content that Harsh is sharing to you is very valuable. So make the best use of it and make sure to subscribe to our services, because that is where you would be getting more value on a consistent basis. All right. So everyone, let me remind you for the final time, these live streaming sessions are limited next month moving forward, we will be getting into our private live streaming sessions. And I want everyone who is attending this live streaming session to be a part of it so that you can be making money with us, right? If we can make 237 profit cumulatively in just 3 months, with the current month of December already sitting at 41% profitability, if Harsh can do it, so can you. Now let us come to the charts and let us look at how the markets have been performing. Right now it is 1:30 Indian Standard Time, so we still have 2 hours before the stock market closes. So let us have a look in the market and let us see what are the changes that have taken place. All right. I hope everyone is paying attention. If you have any doubts, if you have any queries, please make sure to write it down so and have an interaction with me so that I can be aware about it and I can do my best to resolve all your doubts. All right? Does that sound good? Perfect. So coming back to the hot stock recommendation that had been shared on IP rings, right? So a hot stock recommendation was shared on 12th of November with the price of 202.05, and yesterday we had been able to achieve our 5% profitability on this particular hot stock. How many of you present for this live streaming session have taken this particular trade recommendation? How many of you have taken trades on IP rings? Let me know in the comment box. All right, people are saying, yes, Harsh, we have taken trades. That is very good, right? You are taking trades, and I hope you have closed your trades. So, how many people have closed the trades, and how much of profitability have you made on this particular hot stock? Let me know in the comment box, and I would love to know your answers for this. All right, we have made 5% profitability, 4% profitability, 6% profitability. That is very great, right? See how people are making good amount of profits in the financial markets. That is exactly what I want every one of you who's attending this live stream session to be aware and to take the necessary action so that you can also make profits. Isn't 5 profits in 1 week good? Remember, we have made 10%. So we had two trades that had been placed. One was hindware AP, and the second one was IP rings. So we are looking currently at IP rings. And another reason why we are emphasizing on the 5% profitability. Does anyone know why we focus on the 5% profitability? That is correct. So we are focusing on the 5% profitability because over the last 3 months, we have been observing that the market moves by approximately 5% before it starts to reverse, right? So as you could see, we had provided you with an entry. The market came exactly to our 5% profit target area, and the prices started to decline after that. So whenever we provide you with a hot stock recommendation, I will be also making sure to remind our clients to close their trades once the 5% is achieved, right? If you have not closed your trade, you are again back to break even. How many of you understand what is the meaning of break even? So break even is a situation where you are not making and you're not losing, right? That is okay, but we are not here for break even. We are here to generate profits. So every time, make sure to pay attention and follow Harsh's instructions, because only if you follow my instructions can you make money consistently. I'm sure everyone over here wants to make money consistently. So keep following the live streaming sessions and take trades and close trades whenever I inform you, right? I will make sure to provide you with all the necessary parameters. All you have to do is duplicate, copy paste the parameters on your trading platform. Does that sound good? All right, perfect. So we had provided you with IP rings. IP rings has done phenomenal with our profit target being achieved yesterday, right? I'm talking about 19th of December, as well as hindware. Let me just open hindware. So hindware innovation is this particular stock where, one second, let me just delete the drawings. So hardware had been provided you. Let me just make sure I can provide you with the entry parameters that we had provided. Remember, this particular hot stock has been closed at another 5% profit target, right? So overall this week we have made 10%. So hardware, as you can see on your screen, was provided with the recommendation to enter between 295 and 305, and we have achieved our target price at 315. Right now the prices have again, gone to 315 and reverse. So let me show it to you as well on the chart. The prices have reacted more or less from the 315 area. So our target profit of 5%, which was around the 315 area, has been achieved. Very important. We provided you where to enter. We provided you with an entry between 295 and 305. Let me just put a line. So 295 and 305 had been the area where we had expected our clients to enter. How many of you had taken trades on this particular hot stock? And how many of you have made good profits on this? Let me know in the comment box how well have people or how much people have made money in this particular stock. So we provide you with all the necessary parameters, and see how perfectly we are able to let you know well in advance the moment the prices are achieving our 5% profitability target, the prices return back down, right? So you need to follow all my live streaming sessions, because that is when I will be analyzing the markets, and I will make sure to provide you with the hot stock recommendations. Whenever I analyze a hot stock recommendation, I want you to follow with me. So make sure you attend all the live streaming sessions and take the trades. We have made 10% profitability this week itself, right? And I want all my viewers, all my clients, all my listeners to take action, because only if you take action can you be making good money. So IP rings and hindware AP have done extraordinary well. Now in terms of other stocks that we are currently looking at, we were looking at Kriti. Now Kriti had been provided you with a parameter of entry between 170 and 175, correct? As of now, the prices have returned back to a very key important support area. Now looking at this particular area, we are expecting the prices for this particular stock to appreciate. As of now, let us keep an eye on this. With around 2 hours remaining for the markets to close, we will see what other advancements have been taking place in the markets, and if any necessary instruction needs to be provided, I will make sure to provide to you, right? Because I say to all my viewers and my clients that when Harsh is here, there is nothing to fear, right? So how many of you have been able to achieve 10% profitability in this week? Let me know in the comment box. How many of you have taken trades on hindware? How many of you have taken trades on IP rings? And how many of you have made profits on both the trades? Write down in the comment box, and I would love to know your answers. So people are saying that yes, Harsh, we had taken trades on hindware, we made 5%. Some of you are writing, yes, Harsh, we had taken trades on IP rings and we made 5%. Okay, I can see people also saying that yes, Harsh, we took trades on both and we made 10%. See, if that is possible, if people can make return, if people attending our live streaming sessions can make good returns, so can everyone, right? There is no difference between them and you. If they can take action, you can take action as well. So make sure you take action, make sure you take the trades and make good money, right? Because everyone over here who's attending our session wants to make money. For those of you who are not aware, but a lot of HNI clients that you might be knowing about are already, aware of the power of dolphin markets and Harsh, right? So we are also FII. So that is another important information for everyone who is attending our live streaming sessions, because we want to show you that we can flow and we can put positions in the market that can make us good amount of money. So coming to Annapurna, the markets are currently sideways, and we do expect the prices to rise and return back to the area of resistance, right? We will keep an eye on this, and I for any changes that will be taking place, I will let you know, right? Give me a minute. So coming to the next hot stock that we have been looking at, we would be looking at Poonawalla. Now, Poonawalla has been currently bearish. Remember, as of today, the entire sentiment overall, right? Let me just show you the web page that I wanted to be talking about. In terms of the entire sentiment of the markets, of the Indian markets as of today, we have been seeing that there is still a good amount of bearish sentiment, correct? How many of you agree with what I'm saying? All the indices, as you can see on your screen, right from the Nifty 50 to Nifty 100, 200, Auto Nifty, Bank Nifty, all of the indices are currently in a declining phase, right? With the overall sentiment of the Nifty being at a sell sentiment. Sorry, including the FIIs and the DIIs, you can clearly see that there has been a lot of outflow, right? A lot of outflow of capital has been taking place, and that is one of the reasons as well that the markets are correcting. Any idea what happened yesterday in terms of economic events? How many of you are following economic news events of the world? If yes, then write down in the chat box. I would love to know how many of you are aware of the news events that are taking place in the financial markets, whether Indian markets or global. So based on significant news events, right? So we are talking about the US based federal rate funds rate. So the interest rate of the US dollar has been depreciated, right, by 25 basis point from 4.75 to 4.5. So with a deduction or sorry, with a reduction of 25 basis point, the value of dollar has shot up considerably, right? Now, because the value of the dollar has shot up, let me just show to you on the charts. Because the value of the dollar has risen so significantly, right? With the previous, one second, let me just change the spelling. With the previous, the previous interest rate being at 4.75, currently it is at 4.5. So with a 25 basis reduction, the prices have seen a huge spike in price, right? Almost around 1.5% increment. With the value of the US dollar appreciating, there has been an inverse relationship to the dollar, sorry, to the index of USA, which is the S&P 500. So the S&P 500 has taken a strong decline, right? So people were skeptical, people were aware that yes, since the value of dollar is rising, we could be expecting the index to correct or to have a bearish sentiment, and the prices have corrected by almost 4%, right? Just because the US data has been, the US markets have been affected, does that does not mean that the overall global markets will not be affected. How many of you are understanding what I'm saying? If the US market is affected by their federal funds rate cut, that also has an implication on the other global markets as well. So the Indian index also has been significantly taken a correction. So there has been a strong correction since yesterday, where the prices have gapped down and are currently approaching or are at an area of a crucial key point, right? What is the key point? The key point is the key area of a structure which is also called as flip zone. How many of you are aware of what a flip zone is? Do you know what is the meaning of a flip zone? So flip zones are nothing but structures that from where prices have been reacting to previously, right? So at this current flip zone key level, which is around the 23,850 level, you have been seeing that the prices have been reacting quite well. As of now, there is more bearish sentiment. The markets are still showing more bearishness, and there could be a possibility for prices to continue back to the 23,000 levels, right? So keep in mind that yes, the prices have almost taken out a significant key level structure, and there could be strong possibility for prices to continue to the next key important support area or a demand zone area, which will be around the 23,000 level. How many of you are understanding? If you have any doubts, any queries, make sure you get back to me so that I can clarify your doubts and I can help you get better in terms of understanding, right? So people are understanding, that is good. So we will be looking at this as well. And since the current sentiment in the Nifty has been on a bearish sentiment, all the other watch lists that we have provided to you are currently either having a bullish bearish sentiment or are being at a neutral sentiment where the prices are currently going sideways. So unlike IP rings where the stock has done phenomenally well, the other hot stocks that we have provided are currently more or less going sideways, right? Any updates, any improvisations that have to be made, I will definitely make sure to let you know. In terms of Annapurna, we are seeing the same structure where prices have returned to a key important structure of support, right? Which is around the 344 area. And we will be keeping an eye on this because overall we do expect the prices to rise and continue upwards. In terms of IP rings, we have seen that. Looking at Poonawalla, now the banking sector apparently since this week has been having a bearish sentiment, right? So the prices have gapped down. So the prices have gapped down by almost 1.7% and have been correcting even more. Any reason or anyone who is aware of why there is so much of decline or bearish sentiment for this particular hot stock? So the reason for this particular hot stock decline is because of its quarterly earnings that had been disclosed. So it's not just about the current data, but the overall sentiment of the stock. Let me show it to you quickly. So in terms of this particular stock that we were talking about, which was Poonawalla, remember this particular hot stock has already been discussed in the first live streaming session, but I just want to give you a quick outlook, a quick overview for this particular hot stock. Since the last year, the prices have taken a significant decline, right? The performance of this particular stock, at least since the last year, has been on a declining phase, right? With the yearly and the weekly values shown to you as above. So currently, just based on the week, it is currently having a declining performance rate of 10.66%. Now people have to be aware, we did all the number crunching and we looked at the fundamentals. For those of you who want to be aware of what we had talked about, can view my previous live streaming session. But now I just want to just quickly inform you what was the reason and why the stocks are having bearish sentiment, right? So even though they had recorded a quarterly two earning report, right, on October 2025, they had revealed the top line growth of 33.88%. But the company also reported a significant loss of 471 crores for the quarter, right, which is very, very different compared to the profit of 860 crores that was generated exactly 1 year previously. So with such a bearish and disappointing return, right? People are very skeptical for this particular stock, and that is the reason the prices are still declining as of now. Do not worry, because even based on that, from a technical perspective, we will be keeping an eye over certain structures which are going to be around the structures that you can see on your screen, correct? We would be expecting the prices to at least have movement where we should be making money, right? So even when the markets are correcting, for all of you who are watching the live streaming session should be aware that from September, right, 3 months back, September to October, October to November, November to December, for the last 3 months, even though the prices have been correcting, right? The prices have been bearish. People are anxious, skeptical. Even during a bearish market, we have been successful in generating crazy, right, fabulous profits, and that is what we want to shoot. Whether the indices are falling or whether the indices are rising, we are able to generate consistent profitability. That is another main reason why I am emphasizing for people to subscribe to our services, because we are showcasing how to make money even when the overall sentiment in the Indian share market is in a bearish phase, right? Even though the markets are going down, we overall are taking trades and are going up, right? We are making money. Now, coming back to the charts, let me just quickly show it to you in terms of the other hot stocks that we have been looking at. So, in terms of the recommendation for this particular hot stock, Hind Oil Exploration. How many of you have trades that are running on this particular stock? So people are saying, yes, Harsh, we have trades that are currently running on Hind oil. You have to be aware that for Hind oil, the overall sentiment has been bearish, right? Why is the sentiment bearish for this particular hot stock? Let me know in the comment box. What do you think as per your opinions for the decline of the stock in the last quarter, right? All the way from August. So almost 4 months, the prices have been declining. That is correct. So there are many factors when it comes to the prices that are correcting. But most importantly, which are the factors, right? Let me just type it out so that everyone is aware. First factor is going to be what? It's going to be geo. Anyone who can answer me this? So the first factor is going to be geopolitical concerns, right? With so much of turmoil going across the globe, a lot of unrest in certain parts of the globe, the crude oil or the oil and natural gas sector are always the first sector to be impacted whenever there are geopolitical concerns, right? So I hope people are understanding, right? Very important point to be aware of. Second and foremost is what? There has been a huge correction in the international crude oil prices, right? With such a correction taking place in the international markets, the international oil markets, the Indian markets are no different, right? So even the Indian oil sector has been taking a hit. Let me just make sure that I can, check the values. Let me show it to you as well. So when we are looking at even the sector, correct? In terms of sector, let me just make sure that everyone can see. Okay, let me just put the screen 1 second. Yeah, so even in terms of the oil and gas, I hope people can see my mouse, right? In terms of the oil and gas, we can currently see there is still a declining phase for the sector as well. So currently there is a decline of 0.91. Currently negative 0.91 is the value or the movement of price in the declining phase, right? With only 7 companies which are advancing or overperforming the sector, and 24 companies that are underperforming. So majority of the companies are underperforming, like I had mentioned, for the reasons above, right? Why? Because of geopolitical concerns and because of the crude oil prices. There is a huge correction that has been taking place. But nonetheless, we have still made sure to provide you with entries, right? Whenever prices are being taken, whenever a hot stock is being provided to you, please understand that we are doing our due diligence in terms of analyzing the markets, looking for a good probability trades and providing it to you. Sometimes the markets do not go in our direction, right? We do not control the flow of the markets. What we do is we analyze the markets and take high probability trades. So trading is based on probability and not on certainty. How many of you agree on this particular point? Trading is based on probabilities and trading is not based on certainties. We want to be net positive, right? All the data that I'm showing you based on our financial sheets, correct? All these datas have been accumulated, and we want to emphasize that even though we have trades that are making us a cumulative profitability of 237%, there are certain trades that are kind of going against us because of microeconomical factors or macroeconomical factors, correct? So even when the markets are correcting, we are not, saying that we are making money on each and every trade. It is not about being right when it comes to trading. At the end, if you are making money, that should be your concern, right? So how many of you want to be right in the markets, and how many of you want to make money in the markets? If you want to be right, write down in the comment box and say, yes, I want to be right. Or if you want to make money, then write down and say, yes, Harsh, we want to make money. So at the end, whether being right or wrong is irrespective. Okay, I can see answers coming in where people are saying, yes, Harsh, I want to be right. Some are saying, Harsh, I want to make money. You have to understand, even when the markets are correcting, though we have provided you with the entries as shown on your screen, overall the sentiment for the price will be to go up, because the stocks that are being traded on the stock exchange, Indian stock exchange, like the NSE and BSE, these eventually will be appreciating in value, right? That is the main purpose of a stock being listed on an exchange, so that they can access more funds from the public, and they can, either expand their companies, expand their services, and generate more profits. If the company can generate more profits, the investors and the traders like you and me can be making money. So we have the overall intention of this particular stock to continue towards the upside. I had also discussed early morning, but let me show it to you once again, that overall, just based on the last couple of years, right, whether we are looking at 2024 or 2023 or 2022, the overall direction of the markets has been appreciating, right? So if the seasonality report, what is seasonality? Anyone? So seasonality is seasonality is nothing but what is the occurrence of price movement for a particular month, right? So how we have seasons, we have spring, we have autumn, we have winter. So with these kind of seasons that are taking place, they keep occurring at, regular intervals. So this during the month of November to Jan is the month of winter, correct? During the month between April and August is the month of summer, and so on and so forth. So similarly, when it comes to the financial markets, even based on seasonality, if the particular stock has appreciated or depreciated in a particular month in the previous couple of years, it should be having the same rationale for prices to move, right? How many of you are agreeing to what I'm saying? If the price of, for example, Hindustan oil had appreciated last December, we expect the prices of Hindustan oil to appreciate this December as well. So overall, the indication on the charts, as you can see, all of them are showing an increase in value, right? And that is why we expect this stock to rise in value as well. So for all of those who have taken trades on this particular stock, let the trades run. Just be patient, and we will let you know in terms of any improvisation that has to be taken. All right. I hope it sounds clear. I hope it is very clear, right? Whenever we are providing you with stocks, we will inform you whether you have to close, whether you have to add positions. You do not have to worry, because we will update you. All right. We looked at Gildev plastic. Okay, so we have 1 second. Let me just make sure I can delete all these drawings for now. So Gildev Plastic also had, we had made fabulous returns on Gildev Plastic, but there are certain trades that have been running in the past, and we will keep you updated on those as well. RBL Bank, as expected, we had shown that prices are approaching a very important key support structure, right? So the key support structure, which is around the 149 area, is currently being tested, and you can see there was a good bullish volume that had been taking place, and currently there is a strong bearish volume taking place as well. So there is a lot of buying and selling. I had shown you that all the sectors as of now are in a declining phase for now. All the indices are showing a decline in their performance. All the sectors are also major, not all, but majority of the sectors are also showing. But nonetheless, we will be expecting the prices for RBL Bank to also rise, and for any updates in terms of whether additional trades have to be taken or not, you do not have to worry. I will make sure to let you know in terms of adding positions or any other form of instruction. We looked at Muthoot Finance also, so similar to the RBL Bank, Muthoot, RBL Bank, Poonawalla, all these hot stocks that we are talking about, all sorry, all of them come into the finance and banking sector, right? And I'd already shown it to you based on our sector analysis, that even as of now, the banking and finance sector, let me show it to you quickly. So banking and finance, so even the banking and finance sector, as you can see on the screen, right? I hope everyone can see my screen. So the banking and finance sector is also being at a very strong declining factor, right? 1.07% of correction that has been taking place in the banking and finance sector, with 44 companies appreciating or overperforming the sector, and 164 companies which are underperforming. So even the banking sector as of today is not performing, or is pretty bearish for today. So these are some of the points where we have to be considerate enough. Remember, the data that is being shown to you is based on real time, correct? So we want to utilize the power of technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and sentimental analysis. So let me repeat it once again. We want to combine all the concepts of technicals, fundamentals, and sentimental, right? Fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and sentimental analysis, to be more educated in terms of what is currently happening in the markets, and based on that take a decision whether we need to enter, whether we need to take additional trades. I will let you know. Okay, so how many of you are understanding what has been discussed today? And how many of you, very few people have been interacting today. I want to know how many people have taken trades on IP ring. How many of you have taken trades on hindware? These have been the two trades that had been provided to you, which have achieved profitability, right? Hindware has achieved 5% profitability. IP rings has achieved 5% profitability. So currently we are sitting at 10% profitability, right? How many of you would love to make these kind of returns, right? It is possible to make returns of this caliber. All you have to do is just follow our live stream sessions and keep taking the trades that we are providing to you, and make sure to take action, because only once you take action is when you can be making great profits. All right, how many of you agree with me? Say yes in the chat box. So let me give you a quick summary in terms of what has happened during this particular live streaming session, with the current context in terms of the overall sentiment, right? We had been clear that the prices are very bearish. All the indices are currently having a declining phase, with their rates fluctuating between 1% to 1.5%. The current market sentiment as of now is still bearish, with the overall sentiment on the Nifty 50 being at a sell sentiment or a bearish sentiment. Only 25% of investors or traders are having bullish sentiment. 38 are having neutral. Whether they want to go long or short, they are currently waiting for the right opportunity. But 37% are bearish. with the FIIs and the DIIs, right? Very important to be aware of this concept. They have been taking a huge toll on the Indian market. So the FIIs, what are FIIs, everyone? Quickly, I want to have good responses so that people can have more interaction, and the more you interact with me, the more you can be, getting educated, and the better you get educated, the more money that you can make, correct? So the FIs have been outflowing the funds, the foreign institutional investments, right? They have been taking out funds from the Indian economy and they are parking it in other global economies, right? Where they are getting significant investment, better investment returns. So with the FIIs, even for this week, right? We are currently looking at all the data except for the month of December. Except for 18th of December had been at a net of 2767. But overall, even with yesterday's data, we are seeing that the FIIs are still pulling out funds from the Indian economy. So, which are the various factors? First and foremost, the FIIs are pulling out funds. Second, most of the sectors are in a bearish or are in a declining phase for now. Third, all the sectors or majority of the sectors are also having bearish sentiment. So these are some of the reasons where the prices have been correcting as of now, right? And we always want to stress that whether the markets are going up or down, we have been able to prove ourselves like the way that we had proved on IP rings. We were able to make 5%, right? And also on Hindweb, and that is why people need to be present for all the live streaming sessions. We had provided exactly a trade opportunity with the target around 315 area, and the prices have continued lower. So this has been our target profit, and people who have taken, I can see many people who had said yes, Harsh, we had taken trades on this and we have made good profits. So congratulations to everyone, and you deserve a big round of applause because you are taking action. Like you, I want everyone else in this particular live streaming session to keep taking actions, because only if you take action in terms of placing trades on your platform, you can, see the power unfolding, the power of making good profits in the Indian share market. Let me remind each and every one of you that we at Dolphin Markets are a forex service providing broker, right? So we are a broker providing you with forex services, forex brokerage services. We have entered into the Indian markets, and we are showing our, the Indian demography that we have been consistently able to generate good amount of profits, right? To all of those who have recently joined the session, you are very late, but nonetheless, it is important for everyone to know that we have been diligently and consistently providing you with hot stock recommendations, and we have been doing phenomenal just based on this week, right? The week that is currently going to conclude in the next couple of hours, we have been able to generate a 10% profitability, right? With overall cumulative profitability of 237%. Very fantastic returns. And remember, 38 trades. So the return is not based on one or two stocks. It is based on consistent hot stock recommendations that have been provided and consistent profit booking that has been taking place. So make sure that you are following our recommendations, because just in the first based in the first 3 weeks of December, we have already accomplished 41% profitability, right? So 10% profitability this week, and for the overall month of December, 41% profitability. I'm sure every one of you would be loving to make these kind of returns, and I would, highly welcome and recommend you to be a part of these live streaming sessions. All right, for anyone who have any doubts, any queries, make sure that you can revert back to me, because I want to be providing you with the best top value content or the best high value content, so that you can be making money, and you could be proud to say that yes, we are following Harsh, we are following Dolphin Markets, and we are doing very well when it comes to the Indian share market. We are more of a forex platform provider, service brokerage provider, and we just want to showcase that if we can do very well in the Indian share market, we can do much better in the international markets, correct? The forex markets, the gold markets, and the CFD markets. So how many of you would love to make more profits in the international markets? Write down if yes, write down in the chat box and say, Harsh, yes, we want to make those returns in the in the international markets as well. People are saying yes, we want to make more profits. That is very interesting. So be sure to be a part of our live streaming sessions and see the magic unfold in terms of making money. Moving forward for the next live streaming session, my other fellow colleague, Mr. Raditya, will be focusing on fundamentals, right? To all of you who are interested to learn more about fundamentals, please stay tuned because he would be talking more about the Indian share market based from a fundamental point of view. All right, and also make sure to attend my third live streaming session because that is where we would be shifting our focus from the Indian share market to the educational concept, right? So the third live streaming session is mainly for education and for providing you with better education support pertaining to the international market, because that is where we want to be talking more about forex. But before that, we would be focusing on the psychological uh, improvements that needs to be taken place in order to get better when it comes to the overall global markets, right? So stay tuned for the third live streaming session, and for those who want to learn more about fundamentals, keep continuing watching the live streaming session, and make sure to be coming back for the third live streaming session. So it was a wonderful afternoon, having good interaction with all of you. And as always, I hope you have a great evening as well. And I'll catch you later. Until then, namaste and take care. See you later. Bye bye.